question 5, we're told that smoking cigarettes can lead to emphysema, and we're asked to work out this occurs because of options A through E. So we need to figure out which of these options A through E refers to the reason that smoking cigarettes can lead to emphysema. Well, what is emphysema? Well, emphysema is a damage to the structure of the alveoli, which are the functional units of inspiration and gaseous exchange with the blood, which is essential for maintaining the oxygenation of all of the tissues in your body. So what happens in emphysema is that compared to a normal alveolar structure, which is sort of these bubbles of air sacs, what happens in emphysema is that this structure is damaged, and what particularly is damaged is the elasticity of the structure, such that when air comes in, all the air within it cannot be readily expelled, and so inhalation and exhalation is compromised. So there's ultimately damage to the alveolar structure, which we need to consider here. So let's start with option A. Carbon monoxide decreases oxygen carriage by the red blood cells. Is this why smoking cigarettes leads to emphysema? Well, no, this has nothing to do with the alveolar structure. This is just a symptom of carbon monoxide poisoning, which can happen because of smoking. Moving on to B, we're told that ciliated cells lining the trachea are temporarily paralysed. Well, again, this is something that can happen from smoking, but doesn't have a bearing on alveolar structure. Moving on to C, we're told that nicotine damages cells in the airways, making them grow rapidly. Well, again, this doesn't have anything to do with the alveoli per se. And finally, we can move on to D, which says that smoke particles cause coughing, which ruptures alveoli, and this is one of the primary mechanisms by which smoking leads to emphysema. Moving on to E, just to make sure, it says that chemicals in tar cause mutations in the nuclei of living cells. Well, these mutations don't lead to the structure that you have in chronic obstructive pulmonary disorders. This is referring to sort of cancerous growths that can happen as a result of smoking within the lung tissue, so this is not what we're looking for. What we're looking for is option D. So our answer to the question is option D.